Greetings, I'm Ed Baker and welcome to another leadership tutorial, this time on the topic of delegation, a core leadership skill. This tutorial is based on a column which Dr. Susan Murphy and I did a while back. It's in our online leadership library. I'll give you the resource at the end of today's tutorial. So let's get started. Delegation is really much more than just assigning tasks. It's a deliberate leadership process that transfers really the responsibility while creating opportunities for growth. So it's more than just getting a job done. Effective delegation can really expand organizational capacity and develop future leaders. Well, why do leaders sometimes avoid delegating? Often a person may say, oh, it's faster to just do the work myself. Or others worry that quality may suffer or that mistakes will really occur in the process. While these concerns are understandable, really, it's important that failing to delegate limits staff development and ultimately constrains organizational performance. So it's important to overcome these sources of resistance and begin by starting with the task. So the first step in delegation is to look at the task itself. There must be clarity. The process simply begins with defining the task clearly and explaining the desired outcome and identifying available resources that are needed to really achieve success. So the employee, the person to whom this is being delegated, should understand what success looks like and how their work contributes to broader organizational goals. Ambiguity is one of the leading causes of delegation failure. So, second step is to select the right person. Consider that individual's technical skills, their relevant experience, their workload, and their interest in the assignment. Delegation really should stretch the individuals being delegated to without setting them up for failure. The best assignments here often combine organizational needs with development opportunities for that individual. So assess the skills, consider their experience, and then really evaluate their motivation. Do they have the skill and the will to get the job done? So once that happens, those first two steps, it's time then to launch the delegation process, explain why it matters. Delegation really requires a clear conversation to explain the purpose of the assignment, establish those expectations, discuss timelines, and then really identify checkpoints along the way. These checkpoints really provide opportunities for coaching, course correction, while maintaining employee ownership of the work. So then, avoiding key common pitfalls is really essential. Leaders should avoid micromanaging these delegated assignments and focus on the outcomes rather than controlling every step. At the same time, delegation is not abandonment. You need to monitor the progress, provide support when needed, and then recognize accomplishments along the way. Feedback and recognition reinforce learning and performance by the person that's being delegated to. So along the way, delegation needs to be always considered as a leadership tool adapted to the employee's level of competence and confidence. New staff may require much more direction and coaching, while experienced individuals can operate with greater autonomy. Therefore, effective leaders must adjust their approach as employee capability grows over time. So, here are some key takeaways from this tutorial. First of all, this is a process that is much more than just managing workload. It is a core leadership strategy for building capacity, developing talent, and preparing future leaders. The most effective public health leaders understand that the success of the organization really depends upon empowering others to succeed. So, one responsibility you can delegate this week, you should consider one thing that you can do that provides a developmental opportunity for a member of your team. So, as I mentioned earlier, we have an additional resource, a column that's in our online leadership library that Dr. Murphy and I wrote a while back. It's located at this address, this website address that's on the screen. So please take a look at it if you're interested in pursuing this topic even further. So in summary, today's tutorial is on delegation, a core leadership skill. We suggest that you take a look at these ideas and put some of this into practice in your day-to-day work. Thank you for your attention to this leadership tutorial. It's been good joining you in this learning opportunity.